Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Neema, and this is Here is Neema, where we talk about all things fashion, beauty, lifestyle, feminine essence, feminine energy, self-love, and development. Welcome to my channel. We're cozy at home. I'm literally sitting on the floor, wrapped up in this blanket, but like I'm also right next to a window, and I cracked the window open because I just wanted some fresh air. I burned some popcorn, so we're gonna have to air out the place, right? So anyways, this is like a little different for me, but I felt like it was a cozy position to be in to film. So thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope that it blesses you guys. I was literally just having a conversation with one of my best friends today, and we were talking, and I was inspired to make a video about this actually because I feel like we don't talk about it enough. And honestly, like, it is so difficult sometimes, right, to keep your standards high. And I'm not talking about having high standards initially, because a lot of us have and had high standards at one point or another. But keeping those standards high, it takes discipline and it takes patience. Because when you have high standards, pretty much most guys that approach you are not gonna be the type of men that you would be with given, your pick, right? So you're gonna have to definitely have patience when it comes to having just men in your life, dating, and finding the right person to be in a relationship with, to be committed to get married to, all of these things. Of course, it happens for some people at different times than others. I actually have two of my good girlfriends who recently got engaged. And so, it's kind of one of those things of like, oh, we were single together, and now like you're with a great guy who, has met all of your standards. Like, that's a success story, right? And in fact, the friend I was talking to, she recently got engaged. So, we were talking, and I was like, it really does take discipline, because like, how many times have you kind of like slipped from your standards and entertained somebody who didn't really need it, right? Because, maybe you were just like, you know what, this guy's here right now, and hey, maybe I am a little lonely, or maybe, I don't know, like, he could turn out to be better than I think. And of course they never are. Or maybe you just feel like, okay, all of the guys that, I was dating or I have dated, like, things didn't work out. So, you're trying to make changes in your life to see like, okay, well, what do I need to do? That's how a lot of women end up settling for different things that they wouldn't necessarily were not looking for at a certain point in their life, that they probably would have never said yes to or agreed to being with somebody, in a certain position in their life or whatever circumstance, what have you. But they agreed to it, once they started lowering their standards out of, honestly, desperation. This is a very triggering topic. I am not gonna lie, guys. This is a triggering topic because even though a lot of us have experienced this, a lot of us don't want to admit to this because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but the truth of the matter is this: we are human beings, okay? We are all human beings. All of us want love. We all want to be in relationships. We all want friendships. Not even just romantic, but we want friendships. We want to be, have good relationships with our families and all of these things. But when you have high standards, usually it's not just high standards for one area of your life, right? You don't just have high standards for your romantic partner. You have high standards for yourself. You have high standards for even your friends and who you allow to be a part of your life and in your inner circle. You have high standards for how you're treated and how people, respect you and treat you and just, respond to you the energy that is felt. You know, I consider myself to have high standards when it comes to all those areas. And, you know, that's why I don't have a whole lot of friends. Like, I know a lot of people, but the people that I actually consider to be friends, that I can pick up the phone and I can call and we can talk for hours, those are not a lot. You know, I have a handful of like good girlfriends. But they're quality people, you know, they're quality people, and I like it like that. You know, I like it like that. I'm a social butterfly, and I'm an extrovert. So I've always had like large groups of friends, people that I've known, you know, all throughout school and stuff like that. But, you know, I have a high standard nowadays for what I consider to be a friend. I have high standards for how I want to be treated in all relationships in my life, including work, you know. I would consider that to be a high standard, you know, at this point in my life. And, you know, again, like it's not always like this. Like we kind of grow in these areas. And what you consider high at this point in your life, like I thought I had high standards when I was in college. My standards are different now. I'm a little more grown up now, right? But at that time, those were high standards to me. So, you know, this is also relative. But at the end of the day, guys, I mean, how somebody treats you and, you know, the kindness, the effort that's shown, the respect that's given, you know, just a mutual, just like a mutual understanding and decency and respect. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, let's just keep it plain and simple. How about that? You know, that is a standard. That is a standard. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of people don't even have that as much of a standard for themselves in a romantic relationship or any relationship. And it's sad. I mean, I've talked to a lot of women, and, you know, of course, as women, the topic of relationships has to come up at one point or another, you know, whether we are acquaintances, we're coworkers, we're just meeting for the first time at an event, or we're chit-chatting at the beauty salon or whatever. You know, it's always going to come up. And, you know, I always talk to women, and I always keep my ears wide open because I want to know what is going on? What is going on with the women right now? What kind of relationships are we in? What are the dynamics? What are the typical things that women tend to kind of like accept in relationships these days, like in 2023, right? And it is amazing. I mean, not even just in 2023. I think things are honestly getting better now as opposed to like years prior. A lot of women are kind of waking up to the fact that they are not happy and they want more from their, you know, their men and their significant others, and they're not accepting a lot of this mediocre stuff that, you know, in the past, in prior years, we've been accepting. That doesn't necessarily mean that things get easier for you, though. I think in a sense they do, but, you know, we want to be in, like I was saying before, we want to be in relationships. We are human beings. We want friendship. We want relationships. You know, we want love. We want to feel accepted. And this is all, you know, a part of human nature. We have needed to do this, you know, since the beginning of time to basically survive in our communities, in our tribes. And, you know, that's going in deep, you know, in so many different avenues. But guys, like, it's a conversation that we were having today about it is just not easy. It's not easy to keep high standards. It definitely takes discipline. It definitely takes patience. But honestly, it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it. I, myself, at this point in my life, I am at a point where if I am not able to have the relationship and be with the kind of man that I want to be with. And y'all know I really don't share too much about like my personal relationships and things like that on here. But I let you guys know, I let you guys know like what's going on in my mind and stuff. But if I can't be with that man, if I cannot be in the kind of relationship and have that kind of dynamic that I want to have, then I would much, much rather be single. much rather be single. I'm at a point now, guys, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot be with a man who is not, he's just not giving me what I need. The effort is lacking. The consistency is lacking. We're not living life the way that we want to live it. Everything is lacking. Like, honey, I could do bad all by myself. I want to be with somebody who is bringing me up higher. We are uplifting each other and making each other's lives better. Your life should be better because of a relationship, not worse, not more stressful, okay? Not more anxiety, not more, things to do and things to worry about and things to, have to do for him because he can't do stuff for himself, or you feel like you need to be, there to pick up the pieces in his life or be his mom or something. I mean, guys, like I said, like I talk to women all the time. This stuff is real. There are women in all kinds of situations in their marriages and relationships. And I just think sometimes when I hear certain things, I'm like, I would rather be single than be in a marriage like this or in a relationship like this. And not to say that there are not some great marriages and great relationships, because at the same time, I'm listening to the women who, are completely supported and, taken care of and happy and in very healthy relationships where there's polarity with their man, and they're living their best life. The men are happy, they're happy, the kids are happy if they have kids, and they're all thriving. And that's what's so beautiful about feminine and masculine polarity work, and inner work, and becoming more aligned in your true nature, as a woman in your feminine, is because it just makes relationships so much happier, so much healthier, so much more juicy, because you have that polarity there. It's not like, you guys are butting heads, which happens a lot in relationships these days, because polarity, it's like our culture has thrown polarity out the window. It's like, it's not important. Everybody's the same. Everybody's equal. We all need to be doing the same things. I know it's not true, but we know that. If you're on this channel, you've been watching my videos for any amount of time, if you're into this community, y'all know that we are all about, being more aligned in our feminine and in our true nature, studying, what that means through self-love and feminine self-development and all of those things. So, ultimately, having high standards, it definitely takes discipline. It takes patience, the level up, as we like to call it. It takes a lot of hard work, we talk about soft life, but honestly, soft life requires you to do a different kind of work. It's not just waking up every day and being lazy. Like, no, you actually have to do a lot of inner work, not, caring about what other people think of you. Getting rid of a lot of those beliefs, those subconscious beliefs, those programmings that have been wired into us since we were little girls. That you can do everything by yourself and for yourself, that you should be, doing this with your life and doing that with your life, and it's wrong to be this way and you should be this way. All of those programmings, which honestly, guys, like, it runs deep. It runs really, really deep. This is what inner work is supposed to do, and we're healing ourselves every day. I know I am. I'm literally doing a course right now. I'll have to come on and share that more of that with you guys at a later date. But I'm always on something. I'm always doing something, just to kind of continue my work in my inner work journey and become more and more aligned in my feminine nature, and in my womanhood. And I think that, all of us on this channel, we should all be striving for that. I do offer some coaching services now. So if you're looking for somebody to talk to, if you're looking for someone to help you work through a lot of these blocks, a lot of this programming that we all have we've all been indoctrinated, okay? I know that that's like a really word that's like, ooh, but you know, essentially, I know for me, like growing up in America as a little Black girl, you know, just so many messages that were coming through, you know, that all of those for so many years. I'm talking through the music we used to listen to. I'm talking about the movies. I'm talking about going to church and the things that we were learning even in church. The things that our parents didn't share with us, but that we noticed and we saw, you know, in our own communities, you know, a lot of single motherhood, you know, unfortunately, like that really, really took a toll on me and my psyche, my subconscious mind, and how I viewed myself in relationships. And I mean, I could go down the whole rabbit hole on this whole topic, and I'll probably have to do that in another video, but you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. And so if you need somebody to talk to help coach you kind of through your journey at any point in time, definitely make sure to email me. All my info is going to be down below. And I can definitely send you more info about my coaching services and all of that. But ultimately, it takes discipline and it takes patience. Some things that have really helped me in this journey, guys, because at the end of the day, who's going back? Ain't nobody going back to having low standards. When you know what it's like, and this is the example that I use. I've actually sat in first class before, and I've also had to go back to economy. So this one cuts deep because I loved my time in first class. Okay, babe? Loved it. Business class all the way, especially on the train. Oh my God, business class all the way. But I was going to use that example of when you know what it feels like to sit in first class, it really hurts when you have to go back to economy. You're like, especially if it's a long flight, like an international flight. Oh, Lord have mercy. But yeah, when you have been treated really, really well, when you've been in relationships where you have been like treated like a queen, I mean, you have been considered from point A to point Z, doors pulled out, flowers every week or every chance he got, gifts, birthday surprises, vacations, okay, phone calls every day, deep, meaningful conversation when you're together, and not even just like, not even deep and meaningful, but just like truly enjoying each other's company. Laughs, inside jokes, you get along with the person, you know, your values align. If you've been, even if it was just a few dates, and then for whatever reason things didn't work out, if you've had a taste of that, you've had a taste of that life, you've had a taste of being treated that way, why in the world would you ever go back to being treated less than that? Why? You have to beg this guy basically to call you. You have to beg this guy to plan a date. Like he doesn't know how to freaking plan a date. I could never. The minute I start to sense any inkling of that, y'all don't want to know about me because I'm honestly, like, I don't even share it on this channel, but I can be savage. I can be. I have, you know, I'm going to say this. I have calmed down in some ways, but I absolutely have been in savage mode. At this point, you know, I'm in a different place in my life, but I can absolutely turn on the savage. And you don't, I'm very sweet. But do not come to me with that mess. Inconsistency, saying you're going to do something and then not doing it, not contacting me for a day. I can't. I literally can't. I cannot go. I can't deal with that. It's like when you've eaten filet mignon and you have to go back to eating, what do they call them? Vienna sausages. Which I never liked Vienna sausage. I've never really eaten Vienna sausages, but like, how are you gonna feel eating filet mignon today and tomorrow somebody's trying to give you some Vienna sausages? What are you gonna think? What are you gonna say? Like, ew, get that away from me. Ew, right? Like, ew, no. Keep your Spam, keep your Vienna sausages. Like, I don't want that ish. Keep your standards high. It is so much better. I would rather have less relationships, fewer friends, fewer familial relationships, fewer items in my closet that are quality, that have a higher standard for how they're made, fewer shoes that have a higher standard for how they're made, fewer men in my life. If we're talking about relationships as a whole, obviously I am absolutely into monogamy. I'm not saying, not that, but fewer everything. If it means that it meets my high expectations, not my high, I would say my high standards. That's what we're talking about, standards. If it meets those high standards, I'd rather have less things and less people in my life that meet a higher standard than more but less of a standard, less of a quality of a people or a person. It means a lot. And getting here, it does take that discipline, it does take that patience, it takes that inner work too. You have to use that inner work to help you to get through your blocks to get to the next level. And it's not linear. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I literally had a meltdown earlier this week. And yes, I was on my monthly and I was starting my monthly, so I was already sensitive. This was right before too, so I was very sensitive. I'm gonna attribute it to that a little bit, but I literally had a breakdown and I was talking to, two of my best friends, just literally ruminating, like going in circles, like, oh my God, this, that, the third, which is honestly, it's not really like me. Like, yes, I'm a talker. I can get on YouTube and I can talk. It's really not like me to be like ruminating like that. But I am in a point in my life where I am going through a lot of changes. I did make actually a video about that. I'm not sure if it's posted by the time I'm posting this one, but either it will be or it is already, all about change and how change is good. And I kind of go into that, and of course I'm doing my rambly thing. But yeah, it's not a linear path, guys. It's not from point A to point B to point C. You may have to go back to A, and then you may jump to D, and then you may go back to C, for a time, and then, go back to D, and then go to E, and then keep going forward. You're always going to go forward, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to have moments where you backpedal or you make a mistake, or you kind of go back into old patterns of thinking. And we have to give ourselves grace on that, honestly. Like, I have to do that, a lot as well. I'm on this journey just like you guys, and I have to give myself grace. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm growing so much. I'm learning so much all the time. I'm putting the effort in for my inner work. And I absolutely 100,000% believe that I'm going to reap rewards from that. I'm going to get that back, in so many ways and tenfold. And I believe that God, in our single season and in so many, not even just a single season, but so many seasons of our life, where we are being prepared for our next level. And we are being prepared to touch people in a way that, is going to be so unique and so catered to you and your experiences and how you relate to people and just your unique touch, of how you are able to impact somebody's life. And, I see everything as kind of just like a stepping stone, for my next level, and, something that is going to be used to benefit me. It's all used to benefit me. The job that didn't work out, that's to your benefit. Praise God. you know? And it's not for nothing. Everything you learned, everything you gained from that position, right? The relationship that didn't work out, you know, praise God, you know? It's for his glory, it's to your benefit. It's to your benefit. And you never know how a negative experience, or what feels like a negative experience, what feels like a low point in your life, how that can catapult you to your next level, and how that story, you may think that it's a negative time, you may think it's a low point, but in that moment, you're growing, you're learning, you are having an experience that is actually enriching your life so much that there's no way that you can become who you were meant to be without going through that experience. No way that you can go and touch the lives that you were meant to touch in this lifetime without going through that experience that felt so bad, that felt negative, and your heart was broken. And, you know, you miss those friends. You miss that family. You miss that relationship. You know, it was what you thought, maybe it was your calling, your dream job, right? It didn't work out. God just has such a great plan for all of us. And I know that this is a little bit off the topic of the video, but just keep your standards high. Keep your standards high, because God places those desires in our hearts for a reason. If you like nice things, you like beautiful things, you know, you desire to go to, you know, expensive places and have a luxurious life, a big life, you know, not living a small life, a big life with lots of love and plenty of money, plenty of comfort, my big comfortable couch, which I adore, you know, even though I have to be honest with you guys. I look around all the time and I think to myself, like, dang, I feel rich. Like, I feel rich inside. Everything that I've been able to manifest for myself, the experiences that I've had from my travels to, you know, just the places I've been, the people that I have in my life, the friendships, the family, the relationships, the things, the material things that I have. I have plenty. I have plenty. The food I'm able to eat, the drink I'm able to drink. I just feel so blessed all the time when I think about it. When I sit and think that if I want to go out to dinner, like, I can literally go pretty much anywhere I want to go right now. Like, I just feel so blessed to say that, because yeah, I work hard, but like, I have the opportunity to work hard, and I have the opportunity to have, you know, the finances to be able to do the things that I want, you know, even if I don't live in a mansion, even if I don't have all the designer bags, right? Like, in my heart, like, I feel rich, you know? I absolutely love my couch. It's so luxury. And you guys know, like, on this channel, we talk about simple luxury. Even this blanket, like, it's so soft and it's very well made. I absolutely adore the color. I mean, these are the things. These are the simple luxuries that make me just feel rich, you know? And I hope that you feel that way in your life, you know, even if it's just, you just have a room. You know, I've been there, believe me. You just have a room in a house and you make it as luxurious as you can, and you light those candles, girl, and you have a comfy bed and nice sheets to sleep on at night, and a nice book. You guys, I'm so into romance novels. You know, you get to delve into a nice romance novel and have a hot chocolate before bed. I'm telling you, I'm literally me right now. This is what I do on like a typical weeknight. And play your jazz music. I have my jazz fruits going on in the other room. I love jazz. I love lo-fi. It's just, those are the simple luxuries in life. And just know that, like, I don't have some dusty dude, you know, calling me or texting me or trying to, you know, take up all my time when I should be getting my beauty sleep, right? On my phone. And I don't have that problem because I'm keeping my standards high. I'm not gonna lie, like, there have definitely been times where I've been presented with, you know, meeting different people and, you know, guys just come up to you, right? They may ask you for your number. You don't really know that much about them, but for whatever reason, like, I may say yes, right? And then quickly realize that, yeah, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. They didn't tell me this about them. They didn't tell me this about them. They didn't tell me this about them. They seemed okay, but not for me. And hey, I mean, most of the time that will happen. You know, when your standards are high, there are going to be a lot of people that are not for you. I can go, you know, on and on and on that topic as well, because hey, people react differently to that, you know, and it's not always pretty, but you know, people there, you know, not everybody's going to be for you, and also you're not going to be for everybody. It's just how life goes. But at the end of the day, you're doing yourself a favor when you stick to your high standards. So don't get discouraged. Anytime you get discouraged, just pop this video on, okay? I'm here for you. And if you ever want to talk, definitely make sure to hit me up in the email down below. Definitely available for a chit chat, a coaching session, whatever you want to call it, honestly. I'm here for y'all. And of course, I'm talking to my ladies because I know I have some men that watch this channel. But this is a channel for the women, and we're all here to, you know, just work on ourselves, become a better version of ourselves, more aligned in our feminine, and definitely, you know, just level up and be our best selves and live our best life. And I'm in this journey with you guys. I have been through lots of ups and downs, and if you watch my channel for any amount of time, you have seen that there have definitely been a lot of changes, and there's about to be more. So stay tuned. But I'm going to love you guys and leave you guys. It's getting late. I have a show to watch because it's Friday night when I'm filming this. So definitely not going to sleep anytime soon, y'all. I got Love is Blind to watch. If you're watching Love is Blind, definitely comment down below what you think so far, y'all. You know, it's my favorite trash TV. I love Love is Blind. That's my show. It's my favorite reality show. I don't care what nobody say. I'd rather have my relationship drama. This is what I was telling my friend too. I'd rather have my relationship drama come through Netflix on Love is Blind and live vicariously through their drama than have any relationship drama of my own. I just don't want the drama. Like, I just want love and good vibes and, you know, all the good things. Like, I don't want drama. I just want like peace and happiness and laughs and love and like all the good stuff. So, you know, that's what we're manifesting in 2023. Am I right, ladies? Cheers. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, and I love you guys. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram for some daily funny posts, just keeping up with me, encouraging posts, all those things. I try to post every day, like on my stories and stuff like that. So, and yeah, it's a small, close-knit community over there too. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.